Hello, Skella friends. I'm the Necromancer, and welcome to episode 2 of RimWorld. First off, I want to thank everyone for watching my first video and giving me lots of support. The next thing is there's been an amazing incident. When we last played, it was version 15. We are now on version 16, so all of my progress from the first episode gone. So we're going to zoom through that first part. We're only going to talk about what's different. I've only messed around with it for a couple minutes. So go ahead and hit new colony. We're going to go ahead with crash landed because that's what we want. I believe we did base builder. Bowler hat, that's a good seed. Globe coverage. This basically just gives you an option of how much you can choose from. The site selection map is way different. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll just go stick with 30%. Let's hit generate. Taking so long. Alright, so here's what's different. All of it. So it looks like there are more enemy factions and friendly factions. So let's take a look. Terrorism rest stop. Faction, the Gauntlets. Leopard Tree, the Coyotes. Yeah, looks like there's... Alright, so there's more enemy factions, but they have more bases, and I think that's going to be the same for these yellow and green and purple houses. So we're going to want to select a landing site. I'd again like to start in a temperate forest mountainous area. So we're going to go ahead and hit terrain. So terrain says small hills. Ooh, impassable. That's not going to work out. Alright, mountainous. Current movement time. Winter movement time. Granite and slate. Elevation. Alright. So this might be a little bit of a pain. Let's see if we can find something with a little bit better. I'd like to have limestone. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go next. And we are immediately going to get rid of this person because she has a wake-up addiction. And we're not going to start out with wake-up, so it's going to suck for her. Alright. Okay. 2 wake-up addictions in a row. Incapable of intellectual, social, artistic. So this person looks like she's probably pretty useless. She's not gonna shoot, or she's not very good at shooting. She can't really warden for anybody. Can't craft anything for beauty and cannot research. Let's keep it going. So this person's got pretty good growing, so I think... No, we can't have them because they're capable of violence, and I can't do that. Because if your character can't defend themselves, then they're just good as dead. Let's see what Happy's got going for us. She's got a bite scar. She's incapable of firefighting, but that's not terrible. She's good at crafting. Cooking and construction. We'll keep her in mind. Let's go over here. Whole body, go juice addiction. Well, that sucks. We're not going to do that because, again, we're not going to start out with go juice, and that will just make our colonists miserable. So it looks like some of the new features they've added is like they're incapable of more, and there's more they will not do. Now this person is frightened child, apparently. Now it looks like they've pretty much all around, but they're not particularly good at anything. I might not keep this person, but let's go on and see what Sammy's got for going for us. Sammy looks like... Ooh, we will keep Sammy for the doctor. Let's take a look back at Gabe here. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Gabe, and ooh, this person has great growing, so that's going to be really useful because you need a skill of 8 or higher to grow heal root. At least you did in the last version. So we're going to see how it goes for us. Looks like this is going to cause him some pain. And so he can't craft and he can't research, but that's okay because he can grow, and we really want somebody who can grow. And his melee is pretty good too. Alright, let's come back to Happy. Happy, I'd like, yeah, let's see, you cook, and you grow, and everyone can shoot pretty well, so I think I'll start off by giving Duarte, I'm just going to call him Duarte, and I'll start off giving him the plasteel knife that we come with, give her the pistol, and give her the rifle. Alright, let's go ahead and start. I cannot believe I timed it so poorly that I just lost my last colony. I was just gonna keep the series going until I ran it into the ground, but, you know, I messed up. Alright, Pume. Alright, so far already, this looks like a pretty alright area. Cool. Our pet is a male Yorkshire Terrier named Crazy. That's awesome. Alright, so let's take a look around here. Let's unforbid these items so they can collect them. Deconstruct ship chunks. Alright, I said I was going to give Happy the... Uh-oh. Forgot already. I believe I was going to give her the pistol. Yes. And then Sammy was going to get the survival rifle, and Duarte was going to get the plasteel knife. Apparently the game wants to tell me how to play it, even though I'm vaguely familiar. Alright, so... just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. We don't want Duarte to be on hunting, because he has a melee weapon, which would be no good for him. Alright, again, let's survey this land. Oh, this is going to be a great mountain to build into, right here. This is probably where I'm going to put most of my things. And this is going to be super easy to defend. It's really nice to live in a, to dig into a mountain area, because then you only have really one side where the enemies can access you from. Looks like this is going to be our ancient danger notification like we got in the last game. And holy crap, that is a lot of mountain. Lots of animals to hunt. Make sure I'm just picking up everything, but let's get that deconstructed. Alright. Looking good. So let's go back here. And I'm going to decide where I want to put the dumping pile. I'll probably dig out this area here and make that the fridge area. Maybe not. I like to have like an area where I can dig into more. So I'll probably make this the storage area, and I'll probably make this the dumping zone. So let's start with that immediately. Orders. Mine. Let's put that there. Zone or area. Dumping and stockpile zone. Please, I do not need your help. Go away. Can I mark them all as learned? I somehow seem to remember doing that. Go away. Alright. So we've got that marked. I want to sort the priorities, so we're going to check manual priorities on here. And there was one character I wanted to be a doctor, and I think it was Sammy. No, I think it was Duarte, now that I remember. Let's see, character. Medicine. Nope, it wasn't. Happy. Oh, it was Sammy. Okay. So it was Sammy. I was right the first time. So we're going to give her a doctoring priority of 2. She's going to be our main doctor. Again, we want everyone on flick. We want everyone to cook. We want everyone to grow. And I believe Duarte was going to be the one to grow everything. So let's see. Yes. Alright. Duarte, you are going to grow. And you are also... Well, actually, let's make Happy cook. Everyone needs to be a plant cut. Everyone needs to mine. Everyone needs to construct. I'm not going to worry about art. Crafting's fine. Hauling, everyone needs to do that. Research, oh, it's a shame only Happy can do it, because that means it's going to get done really slowly, because she has higher priorities. And only 2 people will clean, and that's a little bit of a pain in the ass, because cleaning equals Happy. Alright. So, let's start by putting a stockpile zone here. And I'll start putting plans around it so I can build around it and make it into a fridge eventually. But just for now, we're going to plan around it. And you're going to come over here, and in the last one I made a big room, but I think I'm going to start with... I think I'm just going to start with the bedrooms. Because... Actually, I'd rather have them be even. So we'll make this the start of our big room. And we'll mine into it. And I think we'll just let everyone begin. And let them keep it going. So now if I wanted them to mine over here first, I would right click and prioritize mining. And you can see their little pathfinding. Oh good, and just completely ignored my order. I said prioritize mining this, but you can ignore me, it's fine. I'm also, actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to hunt these turkeys and this raccoon. Get us some food started. And I think we'll start with a small growing zone as soon as they've mined a little bit of this out. So Duarte, I want you to come over here. Alright, and that raccoon is a bit of a badass, just dodging bullets left and right. Alright, so while they're mining, let's talk about this. Eventually, you can research geothermal power sources, and you can basically use the geysers for powering your place, which is probably the most reliable source of power in this game. And it looks like we've only got 1 geyser that I've noticed, which... Oh, 2 geysers. Awesome. So, 3 geysers. Even better. 4... The more geysers, the better. 5. So this is your most reliable source because it's always going to be going. You know, you can have your solar power, which is fine and dandy, but it doesn't last if you don't have a battery. So like right now, it's dark. All my power would go off unless I had a battery. And what if it was raining for a couple of days? Then my battery would run out and it would be a bad time for everyone. Alright, so they've mined this. That's the good news. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually start building. And you see this little darker area? That means that there's just a roof overhead, and you really got to be careful with that, because sometimes it can collapse in on you. And I've been told if you go too deep into the mountain, bugs will start spawning, and they can be problematic. Oh, hello. Thank you for the steel. But I haven't encountered that yet. So let's just put a couple of doors here so they have options. And I'm going to actually start with production and stick a butcher's table over here. And okay, well that's great because it'll be indoors soon. Sorry, it's telling me butcher table will have work speed penalty outdoors. Not encountered that yet, so that must be a new feature. That, or I've just been lucky and haven't had to deal with that yet. We're also going to have a fueled stove. Yes, work penalty. Thank you. Let's see here. And just to keep my colonists happy, we'll start with putting a table in here, giving them a couple of chairs. That way they're not freaking out because they ate without a table. And I'm probably giving them a lot to do to start out with, but for me personally, it's easier to plan out what you want to do. So let's actually go ahead and begin making the storage over here. Awesome possum. And they're all going to be miserable because they slept outside. Happy over here sleeping with a rat. You know, as people do. So I actually kind of want to tame some of these turkeys when I've gotten further into the game. I don't know why. I haven't really figured out what turkeys do for you yet, but at least it's some easy money. You know, you sell them when somebody who wants them comes by. And it's good money. Especially if you have somebody who's good at handling, which it doesn't seem like we do. Please, Mark has learned. Get away from me. Alright, so we have a fueled stove. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to bills. I don't think we even got to this in the last episode. So we're going to come over here to bills, add a bill, and we're just going to do cook simple meal. Now, you can do this X amount of times, plus or minus. You can do it until you have X amount, or you can do forever. For this one, I just hit do forever because it's so easy to run out. So easy. So basically, any chance we get, we want to take to make food. Every once in a while, when I have a surplus of food, I'll add another bill to cook a fine meal. And then I'll say, like, do until you have 10. But I don't really worry about that until I've got more food. Now, the next thing we want to do is come over here to this butcher table. Now, we want to make kibble for Crazy over here, which is just a fantastic name. That's even cuter than Curious. And I'm going to do until we have 10. And then the next one is Butcher Creature. And we're just going to do Butcher Creature forever, because anytime we have a dead guy over here in one of our dumping stockpile zones, we want them to be cut up so we can make them into food, and so people don't randomly eat raw corpses. Yes, that'll happen. So you can sort the priorities. So if I wanted Butcher Creature to be our biggest priority, I'd put that up there. I put Kibble up at the top just because we only want 10 at a time for Mr. Crazy over here. So I'm actually going to expand this dumping and stockpile zone. There we are. And let them go back to what they were doing, and we'll start a growing zone. And I think the best option will probably be to have my growing zones over here. And like I said before, I like to do 5x5 just because it works well when you have small colonies. And I like to start with, no, don't start yet, I'm not ready. I like to start with 2 or 3 growing zones depending. So we want him to sow heel root. I don't know what he started sowing there. And let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll just stick with rice. Rice is a good filler. Alright, so Dwart's gonna go ahead and do this. Mare died. This is new. Alright, first off, we're gonna haul these to our dumping stockpile zone. Let's take a look. Jaden Gray, Mayor of Erler, has died. The new mayor is Michael Flea Shepherdfin. Alright, cool. That is definitely new. Alright, and looks like he's gonna go ahead and sow all this heel root. And this is why we like to sort the priorities, because heel root is what we really want, because we're gonna run out of medicine fast. because everyone gets injured so easily. Alright, so let's start with building us some rooms. Temporarily forgot where the mine button was, but let's go ahead and... So back here is where I'm going to start the room hallway. And I like to make little hallways in between each room so it's easier to build around and expand. So let's actually come here and hit plan, and we'll make this the start. And we're actually eventually going to need to mine out the rock walls because they're part of an ugly environment which will make colonists unhappy. Let's go ahead and haul these out of there as well because that counts as ugly environment. And we're also going to do another order to chop wood because I've got a little bit selected, but the more the merrier. Alright, and now... Did I put somebody with a priority of cook? I did. Okay. We're going to actually put everyone on handle and warden. Actually, no, not warden. We're going to put everyone on handle so they can hang out with Crazy. Let's see. Crazy can learn obedience and release. And obedience basically means that they'll have a master, and if somebody is the master of one of the pets, then they get a happiness bonus. So that can be nice to have, but the problem is they like to follow people everywhere. So if they're hunting, or if we have pirates or raiders, it can be problematic, and they can get injured, and then the person gets sad when they die. And release is just so that the animal can defend whoever they're obedient to, and just attack them, and not the person they're obedient to, but attack, like, say an animal goes mad and starts attacking your character randomly. You can release the animal to defend you and just be an extra weapon, basically. So over here, if you look, there's compacted machinery, and it's going to take him a bit to mine it out. Compacted machinery will give us some awesome stuff like components, which is good for power. And these guys are all mining, but I'd actually rather have Duarte do some plant cutting so we can get some construction done. And he's fallen asleep. Alright, let's take a look. Ugly environment, feeling terrible, slept on ground, slept outside. Yes, I know, buddy, we're working on it. Now, why does Duarte sleep face down in the dirt and then these two sleep looking up at the sky? You alright there, buddy? He'll be fine. What are you? Oh, a warg. Oh yeah, these guys are mean. Oh, I don't know if my microphone's picking that up, but there's a cat meowing outside my door. Alright, guys, I really need you to finish working on this first. And I could take them off of mining, but I can really just do prioritized work. And now that I've got them cutting wood and they have materials, they're probably going to prioritize construction instead. So like Sammy over here is building chairs, and Happy decided to join her. Yay! Alright, Duarte, we need you to cut more trees. And it can get tedious, but I would rather do this than forget that I took them off of mining and go, why the hell aren't they mining? I don't understand. So yeah, now they're building into the storage area. Good, good. So please cut this tree. And then refuel this stove, please. Thank you. Alright. So, for some strange reason... Oh, visitors have come. For some strange reason, I have managed to forget torch lamps. So we're just gonna throw some everywhere, just wherever. Make it easier to see, make them feel less sad for being in darkness. Alright, let's check out visitors. A group from the White Llama ward are visiting the colony. Alright. Blue and Borba. Let's send someone over to talk to them. Oh, they're just visiting, so they don't have anything to trade. Never mind. I take back what I said. Alright, looks like Sammy's going to cook now. I'm actually going to take Dwart. I forgot to mention, so you can see what they're doing here. I know we talked about how one of our characters was stargazing in the last colony. But you can see, like, he's carrying this. He's going to consume the packaged survival meal. So when he's done with that, we're going to make him build. Okay, so he's going to dig at the granite now. So we're actually going to make him cut oak trees. And let's actually give him a priority of 2 for plant cut. That'll probably help. Yeah, there he goes. Good on him. Excuse you, did you just walk through my fucking house? Get out of here. So we could attack them, but we really don't want to make more enemies considering we have a terrorist group and we have a pirate band. But it would be amusing to attack them, but I think we're going to avoid it for now. Let's see. Doesn't look like they're going to be talking with us, and I think there's, like, if we attack them, we could eventually capture them and recruit them, but again, we don't want to make enemies. Let's just leave them be for now. So, we'll just watch Dwart as he snorts dirt over here. I love when visitors come because they just kind of, like, randomly run around and, whoa, they used my table. I didn't notice that they do that in the last game, or the last version at least. They just kind of, like, run around randomly. It's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, goodbye. They are leaving. Alright. So, while this is going... Oh. Sammy thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? Then it just generates a random name. But this is new because we didn't have factions before. We only had a town name. So... I'm just going to go ahead with the randomly generated names because I'm really bad at coming up with names. Let's be honest, my first colony's name was Ass Clown Camp. So we're just going to stick with Banthos and Fletcher's district. So, okay, go ahead. And I'm actually going to save here just real quick. We'll save it as Banthos. All right. I'm going to have some more wood cutting to do because we're really going to need it. Alright, and I'm actually, now I think about it, I'm going to get more hunting done because I think we've butchered all the bodies we could. Yes, and we're not going to hunt that warg because they are mean suckers. I don't know why I'm zoomed in so close. Probably because I'm blind. Let's kill this turkey. Alright, so this guy, this is a boom rat. And they are entertaining to kill because you kill them and they explode and they set fields on fire. Which isn't a huge deal in the rain, but it can be problematic. It also can be super helpful if you kill them when, like, right before raiders come. Ooh, we're gonna hunt an ostrich, hunt another raccoon, and hunt another turkey. And animals will respawn after a while, and why is this one dead? We'll unforbid it, so it looks like this warg probably killed this doe, so when that happens, I like to go pick up the dead bodies of animals that have already been hunted. It's missing some body parts, but we can still use it, so we will take what we can get. Alright. Let's keep going. And the reason I'm pausing so much is because I like to double click on things, and it's really hard when they're running around like this. So I like to double click on things, and that's why I pause, because if you double click, it'll select all the things in that area by that, like that. So I think we've selected enough to hunt. So I think for now we'll just let them do that, and I'll start planning out more things to build. So let's There we are. Please. I don't know if there's a way to turn that off. I didn't figure it out in the last version. I'm just trying to ignore it, but it goes flashy up in the corner. Alright, need colonist beds. Need defenses. Low food. Low medicine. I am well aware of all of these things. We'll start with defenses, though. So, ostrich revenge. Great. We'll get to that in just a second. So we're going to come over here to security. We're going to make some sandbags like we did in the last one. That's what I was talking about, where it bitches about you not having any security. Basically, you just need somewhere to stand behind so you can shoot at people. So we'll just put those there. So, basically, this ostrich is mad because we tried to hunt it, and so it's going to try and kill. So, Happy here is going to run away. What we want her to do is stand and fight. But we also want to get her some backup so she doesn't get her ass kicked. So we'll bring Sammy over here, and we drafted her, and you just right click where you want them to stand, and Happy's gonna start shooting the ostrich here, or maybe mailing it. Who knows? Alright. Looks like this ostrich is in shock. Sweet. Oh, come on. Can I catch a break? I'm trying to do a show here. Please. Alright, so we're gonna undraft these two, and we're gonna have Happy prioritize hunting this ostrich, and we're gonna find out which one's the mad animal. The local raccoon has gone mad, or it will attack everyone it sees. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be too much of a problem. It's kind of far away from us, so hopefully nothing will happen. Alright, so Happy is going to kill this ostrich, and it will take it back and butcher it. And so sometimes when something's severely injured, it'll go into shock. And when that happens, you know, if it's like a human, you can go ahead and capture them or kill them, harvest them for organs. Oh, good. Here's that angry raccoon. And I don't want to get Dwart involved in this because he's got a knife. So if they accidentally shoot him, that would be really bad. Alright. Fire at raccoon. Sweet. And you can stop fighting. So, we're going to resume normal functions. However, I'm a little worried about Happy since she got shot, so I'm going to start building her room. And, oh boy. Yeah, let's not make that too big. We'll start like... maybe not. I like to have it big enough that you can have a heater and a cooler and a bed and room for possibly a bigger bed. So I do make my rooms a little big, and that probably is driving somebody up the fucking wall. But that's just how I play. And it's a game, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so we're going to start with building that one colonist room, and I just want to double check something real quick here. I want to see how much space we have on the interior. Alright, 4x5. We'll just go like this. We're going to hit cancel. I'd rather have like a 5x5 area just because I'm a little OCD like that. Yay! Alright, structure. Build a wall. Build some furniture. And we're going to need a door now that I think about it. I have trapped people inside without putting a door in. Alright, so we're going to actually have them prioritize working on this bed. And somebody's going to want to claim it, and I'm going to hopefully kick them out and put Sammy in it, but ideally, or not Sammy, Happy. Ideally, Happy will claim it as soon as it's built. Okay, so we're going to click on this, and we're going to set owner. We're going to make it Happy. Alright, now, as soon as Happy is done cooking, she'll probably go to bed. Alright, so here's the cool part. So I believe Sammy was our doctor. Let's make sure. Yeah, Sammy was our doctor. Awesome. So we're going to do this and prioritize treating Happy. I'm actually going to slow down for this because I want you guys to see what happens when they're being treated. Okay, maybe that's a little ridiculous. Alright. So, as she's treating him, there's this little bar that keeps going. Shows you the progress. And it says 39% quality, so it was pretty bad job at repairing this. But they actually do get better as they go. And you can see over here, like, this will say it's bandaged or treated. And then these little blood drops means the issue needs tending immediately. So anything with like a little white X means it's been treated. And now she should heal pretty happily unless she develops an infection and loses an arm. Which wouldn't surprise me because this game just likes to punch you in the face immediately. Just you walk up, hello, and bam! You're out cold. Alright, let's see. Over here it says I have 11 simple meals, but I have plenty of meat so I can make more. Alright. Let's see if any of my plants are ready to harvest. Probably not, but you can go over here and hit harvest, and it will highlight things that are ready to harvest, like this little berry bush down here is ready to harvest, so we'll harvest that. It'll take a bit for this to grow in so we can harvest it. Let's tame this rabbit. Come here. No, stop moving. We're gonna tame it. And they may attack, everything may attack on attempt of being tamed. It's just a part of trying to tame wild animals, I suppose. Alright, I've got plenty of wood, and we gotta watch out for this bear, because this bear just might decide to attack randomly. Which would be kind of funny, actually, but I'd like to keep this going for a few episodes. Alright, looks like Happy is still working on that bed rest portion. Let's get her a torch. And I don't know if you've noticed, I've been doing this. There's just a little convenient thing where you can click on an item and hit build copy. A wanderer joins. Sweet. A villager named Rinnick has arrived and is joining the colony. She is a stiletto assassin. Cool. Oh, she's even got a gun with her. Even better. She's naked, though, which will make her very upset for a while. Oh, sweet. She's going to be great at hunting. So, we're going to let her wander in, and we're actually going to make a tailor bench because we're going to need to make some clothes for her. Oh, and she's cooking for us. Thank you. Alright, Rinnick. You are going to have the priority of hunting. You will also construct, mine. You can grow, plant cut, all the general things I need you for, and she can research. Kick ass. That was some good luck. Alright, let's put a researcher's bench here. Happy, you're alright? You just gonna hang out in there all day? Oh, she done. And she's cooking. Good, good, good. Rinnick has decided to sleep on top of the kibble. Summer has begun, but winter is coming. Your food crops won't grow in the winter cold. Blah, blah. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Hopefully, we will have something to harvest and show for. Not yet, but we will. Happy, you've been in bed all day. You lazy shit. You're worse than I am. So hopefully they'll build this researcher's bench soon, and then we can start researching stone cutting and basically get rid of all this miserable stone that's hanging around. Rinnick, you were awesome. Just going at it. Sweet. Alright, need research project. Whoa! This is new and different. Alright, looks like the green things are the... So, in the last version, you could research things that were out of your range, but it would take a longer time. So it looks like these green things are the ones that are within reach and possible. And then this looks like prerequisites for different things. So, go ahead. Oh! I am wrong. Apparently, I already know how to stone cut. Good. Let's see what we can do then. We'll go ahead and... What's my microelectric bases? This... Okay. We're gonna start with pemmican, because pemmican's a good food source. Alright, get out of here. So that was definitely new. And since I apparently already know stone cutting, we are going to start a stonecutter's table. And I like to put things near walls, but after a while, you know, you run out of walls and it's silly to make more, so I just start putting things in the middle of the room. So if that bothers somebody, good, cry about it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start building a floor here. Do we have somebody who we can put on a priority of cleaning? Happy probably would be the best option here. Yeah, Happy, you can go ahead and have a priority of cleaning. And let's have more wood to be chopped. The party has finished. Wait, there was a party? Jesus, I missed it. Sweet, so our rice has grown, so that entire field is going to be harvested. Oh, goody. Rennick is throwing a party, everyone who go... Oh, okay, that's what I missed out. So, this is a raid. A group of pirates from the Gauntlets have arrived nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare a defense or attack them preemptively. So because they're going to prepare for a while, we're good for a little bit. I'll let them construct for a little bit, but I think I want to keep an eye on them. They were over here, weren't they? Well, I've lost them. Fantastic. Oh, here they are. It's just one guy. What do you mean, group of pirates? And he's naked. It has, like, a ponytail. And he's just got a club. I've got 3 guns. The hell does the guy think he's gonna do? Alright. So when something like this does happen, I like to double-click on everybody. Make sure they're drafted. And Dwart was out of my range, so I'll draft him. And because he's got a melee weapon, I'm going to stick him in here. Sammy is going to go over there. Happy will probably hang out here. And Rinnick, you can chill out here. And they'll hang out there for a bit. Eventually they'll undraft themselves, but they probably will not by time what's his bucket comes over here. Yeah. Please. See what happens. Alright, so they will pop out from cover and attack. So it looks like Happy's been injured again. Unsurprising. We're actually going to move Rinnick over here so she doesn't accidentally hit Happy. Oh, good. Alright, so Baldwin is unconscious currently. We're going to undraft everybody. Except for, I think, Rinnick, we're going to have kill Baldwin. So what I could do with Baldwin is I could harvest him for organs, just in case somebody needed like a new lung or something. I could capture him and eventually recruit him and force him to join us. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fire at him and just let him die. And I'm actually going to build some graves. So I think it's a miscellaneous. There it is. So my colonists don't freak out about seeing a rotting corpse. So, Happy, why? Why are you like this? So we're gonna just let Rinnick kill Baldwin. Baldwin's almost dead anyways. And let's just make a nice grave site over here. Alright. Well, looks like all of my meat has rotted away, so Rinnick, oh, do not consume human corpse. Rinnick, undraft please, and prioritize working on this grave. I'll just hunt this entire herd. Fuck it, I don't care. Let's kill some turkeys while we're at it. This is probably why my food rots. Just because I overhunt. Alright, Renek's asleep. So, I'm going to unforbid this body, and now that we have a grave, they'll hopefully drag him over there. Alright. Let's go ahead and build that. Build a copy of this door. Get this room started. Dwart has gotten food poisoning from simple meal. Happy, how could you? You've poisoned him. You're the cook. You're the chef. What's wrong with you? Alright. So, as soon as they bury this body, I think we'll call it an episode. Oh look, he's harvesting rice. Good news. Alright. Sammy, let's go ahead and refuel this stove. Make it easier on Happy. And food will rot away less quickly as soon as I'm able to make a cooler. But don't want to work on power right away. First I want to get everyone rooms. But that might take a minute. Oh, there was something, but it went away before I could even read it. Alright. Well, they're not prioritizing moving this body, so prioritize burying Baldwin. They're just gonna go stick him in a hole in the ground and call it good. Alright, and you just come click over here, and you could open it if you wanted to. I don't recommend it. I don't know really what the advantage of opening a grave is. You could deconstruct it if you really wanted to. And it will tell you who has it. But having graves is generally a good idea, just so your characters don't freak out if they see somebody dying, or like if one of your colonists dies and you don't bury that colonist, they'll be like, why can't we provide a proper burial? And they'll be very sad about it. Dwart, she is naked and asleep, and you are trying to faceplant into those titties. Please, leave her alone. Alright. I think we'll go ahead and call it an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you in episode 3.